Hi, my name's Peter Roberts. I'm the Managing Director of SkinMed. Today I'd like to talk to you about a subject that's very close to SkinMed's heart, and that's chemical peeling. We're aware that many aesthetic practitioners out there spend many hours on training courses, many hours studying and practicing to get their technique for using things like injectable fillers just right. And it's very rare that a practitioner will use the same filler on all parts of the face. And it's important that they understand the different fillers and how they can be used for different situations. Well, it's the same for peeling. And I like today to talk about bespoke peeling versus lazy peeling. So this is a guide to understand and promote effective skin treatments using chemical remodeling and chemical treatments for common skin conditions. So you have to think about, when your client presents to you, are you going to bespoke prescribe, or are you going to use a jack of all trades, any size fits all peel, such as glycolic acid? It's a general purpose chemical peel. There are numerous glycolic acid peeling ranges around, and we think glycolic is a jack of all trades and a master of none. There is always a better acid, enzyme, phenol or combination in any given skin indication. This one size fits all is bad medicine and has been described as lazy peeling. The new trend is to use one-off cocktail peels, where a single recipe of peeling agents is the new current one-size-fits-all proposition, and is possibly worse than just using glycolic. Can you imagine using phenol for rosacea, or lactic for acne, or salicylic for sun damage? All of them for all areas? Seriously? What you want to do is bespoke prescribe for multiple face issues. So for example, let's say you have a client with sun damage in the forehead, reddening area and prone to rosacea across the central section of the face, and maybe spots and acne around the chin. And why not? How about dark and puffy areas under the eyes? Well, you wouldn't use glycolic on all of those. And a cocktail of different peels might have the right acids for each indication, but those other acids are probably not right for the other indications. So what we want to do is bespoke prescribe for these multiple face issues. So for the sun damaged area, I'm pretty much thinking a Jesnes or maybe even a Mandelic peel. But that would depend on the person's ethnicity, their Fitzpatrick type, their skin history, their skin sensitivity. Across the rosacea prone area, definitely use a Mandelic because of its vasoconstrictive properties. And for the spotty area around the chin, I'm pretty much certain to use a salicylic acid or even a pyruvic, especially if the person is aspirin allergic. You wouldn't use salicylic acid. Now, for the area under the eye, lactic acid is very good for pigmentation, and I'd also probably incorporate something like alpha-bisabolol, which improves lymph drainage and can help with the puffy areas under the eyes. Just as a footnote, I'm aware that some people would use Mandelic and Azelaic for use in acne, as they both have antibacterial properties. But clinical studies have shown they did not reduce sebum production. In fact, in one study I've seen, they actually increased oil production, whereas salicylic and pyruvic are what are known as sebostatic. They are sebum slowing. Now, just to take this another stage further, well, occasionally you can create a cocktail, but combine your ingredients and create a cocktail only when the situation warrants it. So here's an example. We've got somebody with damage to the décolletage. They've got sun damage, and they've got some lines, and they've got some wrinkles. Well, I'd probably use the Jesnes for the sun damage and put 2 layers on, maybe 1 minute apart. And then on top of that, I'd look to apply something like a 50% pyruvic for the lines, much more skin remodeling than the Jesnes. I might use a 25% TCA or even a Mandelic. Again, that would depend on skin type, history and ethnicity, but I would decide for that client. Let's look at a second example. So, for instance, we might have a darker skin, like an Indian Asian skin, which is prone to oiliness. Well, in this particular case, I'd definitely use a Mandelic. It's the most widely used and most popular peel used in India, and I'd want to combine it with salicylic acid for the oiliness. But I'm only going to do that when it's necessary. We've got a dark skin type with oiliness, and this is actually the most popular peel combo in India. So what are we saying? We're saying right client, right situation, right area, right prescription. Let's take this one stage further. How about bespoke treatment protocol, which can be optimized on each client visit? For example, a client presents with acne, so you prescribe 4 30% N-Appeal salicylic acid treatments incorporating our Tebuskin OSK creams, which are inside the N-Appeal carrier. They would have these peels every 2 weeks using the Tebuskin OSK cream twice a day between each of the salicylic acid treatments. We do have a very good study that shows how effective this is in resistant acne, and that can be made available. However, on the third visit, the client's acne seems to have cleared up, and what they've been left with is some post-acne damage and oily skin. So why continue with the N-Appeal salicylic acids? That was for targeting the acne. Now we want a peel that will target the scarring and also have an impact on the oiliness. So I would look to use something that has sebostatic effects and also skin modifying activity. So in this case, I'd probably switch to an N-Appeal pyruvic acid 50%. This means something important. You have the ability to switch and change up or down or between peels depending on the client journey and only looking at what presents on that phase of the program. So, to summarize, you can bespoke prescribe to treat multiple issues on different areas of the face or body. Secondly, you can bespoke prescribe whereby cocktails can be prescribed for multiple skin issues in the same area and only create cocktails when it's desirable. You can bespoke prescribe whereby the choice of solution can be varied throughout the course of treatment, as in to change up and change down. What we would like to say is N-Appeal offers all of these above advantages and delivers peeling excellence. We would hope that you would look forward to review and understand N-Appeal systems. Please see other presentations entitled N-Appeal Skin Remodeling Systems. Thank you for your time.